Jai Sriman Narayan.
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 I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Swami Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars, and I pay my obeisances to all the Purva Acharyas that kept the stream of knowledge gushing from Lord Sriman Narayan and presently to me and from me to you. I welcome all of you to this Thursday satsang at the Sri Narayan Dham. Those that are physically present at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and in the various groups subsequently. Our topic for discussion material science or modern science is catching up with supreme science, continues, and the world is Lord Narayan's classroom. Our topic for discussion today is birth and death and the science behind birth and death. We all have experience as humans that whenever something, some entity, some person, some plant, some animal, some insect is born, it has to die. Have you experienced that? Have any of you not experienced that?
No. We experienced it.
So you are eyewitnesses that whatever is born surely dies. Now, there is an absolute science behind birth and death. This science is only understandable through Sanatan Dharma. Birth and death can only be comprehensively understood in Sanatan Dharma. In the Abrahamic religions, there is just one birth and one death of the human species, and those that take their birth in a human form. This understanding is the greatest confusion in mankind, and we want to undo this confusion by comprehensively explaining birth and death. In order to understand birth and death, again, all of you have practical experience. All of you have practical experience of somebody that you saw being born as a human and somebody that you attended a funeral of. And from any religion, immediately after death, we do not use the name of the person any more. Do we? Even if it's your own parents. When you phone and tell your relative that one of your parents has died, what do you tell them on the arrival of the parent that died for the funeral services? What term do you use? Body. Even whether it's your mom, your dad, your granddad, your uncle, your wife, your husband. Why do you automatically state that the body will arrive at the premises at 10 a.m.? Why don't you state mom or dad or my brother Johnny will arrive at 10 a.m.?
That body is no longer your mom or dad or your brother and sister. The soul has left that body.
So you know at death of somebody else that there is another entity that was alive in the body. And this is truly amazing. This is truly amazing and mind-boggling. Because you come to this realization only at the death of somebody, that there was another entity that was living in that body, and that entity has left, and that leaving of that entity is called death. Why don't you understand that there is another entity that is living within your own body? Sita?
The body has two
Whose body has two souls, Sita? Yours has about 100 plus your original, but generally souls have, bodies have
one soul.
One is a super soul and one is a normal soul.
Sita. Who has left?
Lord Narayan.
Sita, who has left?
Your soul is left.
The individual soul, which was awarded this body as per its previous karma, has left. Has left. The living of the soul is called death. Who dies?
The individual.
The body dies.
The body dies. And what happens to the soul that has left the body?
The soul spends a period of time on earth until the rituals are done. And then Lord Yamaraj,
And the people don't do rituals for souls.
not sure.
Goes back to the universe.
Which universe?
Where all the other souls are lying.
Where are the other souls lying?
They can go to different places depending on the state that they left the body.
And what determines that?
Their karma.
So let's define the soul. What is the soul?
Energy.
Wind is energy. Waves are energy. Fire is energy.
The souls are attributes of Lord Narayan.
We define in Lord Narayan then.
Okay.
Can I let you out? I'm not sure this is the right answer. I'll try. Okay, I said it's the spirit and the body are the soul of man. And the saints believe that the soul is the union of a pre-existing God-made spirit and a temporal body which is formed by a physical conception on earth.
Dana, what is the Sanatan Dharma definition of the soul? How how is the soul defined? The soul is knowledge and
Consciousness.
bliss. Soul is knowledge and bliss. It has substantive consciousness and attributive consciousness. The substantive consciousness is used to show the soul who it is, and the attributive consciousness is to show the soul who Lord Narayan is. And when all the modifications of the attributive consciousness of the soul, what are the modifications of the attributive consciousness of the soul? Anger, hatred, pride, jealousy, envy, greed, illusion. This is the modification of the attributive consciousness of the soul. And when these modifications are removed, then the attributive consciousness of the soul reaches out to the attributive consciousness of Lord Narayan and forms a union. With Lord Narayan, however, it continues to remain as an individual soul and does not get merged into Lord Narayan. All of you understand? That is liberation. That is liberation. So death is when a soul leaves the body and only the body dies. Only the body dies. And I'm going to give you a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 12. There never was a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor any of these kings of men, nor will there be any time in future when all of us shall cease to be. Shall cease to be. So the same soul that leaves the body after it has used up its fuel, which is its karma, in that allotted body, then the soul leaves that body. Each body, but now I'm talking of a human body, is allotted the fuel for the survival of the body in terms of karma, and when that karma is over, then the soul leaves that body. At the exhaustion of the karma of that particular body is called death. And experiencing the next allocation of karma again in a human body is called birth. Is called birth. Is it understood? And only Sanatan Dharma can remove questions pertaining to birth and death. I'm going to pursue this subject in greater detail as we go along. But this discourse is a tribute to Almira's mother, who passed away earlier this week. And I think Sherwin wanted to say a few words as a tribute.
To give a tribute to my stepmom. There's very shocking news this week, and she was a very, very good person. Over the years, she did a lot for us growing up, and it's kind of a shock for us, you know. So I just wanted to say that I wanted to tell my sister as well that, you know, we are here, and yeah, whenever you need anything, we'll be right here, so you can phone us. And it's not one of the best times that she passed away, you know, Christmas and all of that, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to let my sister know that we are here to take care of you. So, yeah, thank you.
I just want to continue. You will remember about 2 months ago, Dana, Raja and her family came and made a special visit at the ashram, and we all had lunch. And Lord Narayan, in his wisdom, made her visit us and bid farewell. As everything is in control of Lord Narayan, we hope that her journey, her onward journey, is a journey to God, with God. And this discourse was dedicated as a tribute to Razia Limalya, and we hope that she reaches her destination. I think Meera is either watching or going to watch this discourse, and from here to Sri Narayan Dham, we ask Lord Narayan to give us strength through this difficult period of her life. Coming back, I'm going to end this live discourse on this note. Jai Shri Narayan.
Jai Shri Narayan.